We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
Alright, so this pendant can be found inside the quarantine zone. And this is right after you come through the underground tunnels with Tess. You get your gear, you get your gun and everything. She's going to ask you to find this ladder. You're going to put it up beside this building. This is all part of the storyline. And just come through this way and head straight across. And then look to your left. It's going to be right here on this table for you. Okay, so the next pendant can be found after you leave the Melson's printing building. You'll see that sign right there as you jump down from that fire escape. You just want to head this way. Hop over that and then come through here. Crouch down. And this one's very easy to miss because the game wants you to go like right there. But if you look right here in this tree, you'll see that you can see this pendant. You can barely see it. It flickers every couple of seconds. And what you have to do is shoot it down with your gun. Very similar to Uncharted if you've played those games. And just shoot it down and then you're able to pick it up. Okay, so there's going to be a cutscene where you actually pick up Ellie as a teammate, and you're going to end up being inside this open area right here as soon as the cutscene is over. You just want to go ahead and run across the way here to this dead body, and on the ground will be your next pendant. Okay, so now we're in a chapter called The Outskirts. This is right after you have the conversation with Ellie and Tess about downtown and the Capitol building. You're going to be looking over here at this this building right here called the Goldston building. Before you enter the Goldston building, you want to come this way. And it just looks like there's really nothing over here, but there's actually a pendant right here in this tree. You can actually shoot it down or throw a brick at it or something like that and knock it out of this tree. And that's going to be your next one. Alright, so you're eventually going to make your way into the museum, and what you want to do is just come up this area right here. This is all part of the natural progression of the storyline. The game wants you to go through there, through those doors. What you want to do is actually hop up here and come this way. This takes just a second here. And then you'll be able to find your next pendant. It's going to be right there inside that case. Alright, so the next one is just before you go into the Capitol building. You just want to look over here. There's going to be like a kind of like a gazebo area, I guess. And you can head up here. And you can barely find this one, man, but it's down here in this water. You can barely see it. I kind of got lucky and just came up here and was just kind of looking around and found it. Okay, so after you leave the Capitol building, you're going to be chased down back into the subway tunnels again. And there's going to be like a flooded out area. There's going to be a puzzle that you have to solve over here with the ladder on your right hand side. You want to come to the left where Ellie is, and there's also going to be like a dead body. Go ahead and hop up here, and then you can actually come over here to this little pool of water. Go ahead and hit O to dive, and you can come this way and get your next pendant. Just come through here. There's going to be some upgrade weapon upgrade stuff on your right, and then if you come over here, you're going to see that you get your pendant. Now let me go ahead and come out here so you can see which one we just got. Alright, so the next one's going to be in a chapter called Bill's Town, and this is going to be Main Street right here. You're going to have the Marquee Music Shop over here. You just want to look to the right. You're going to see this RV. You can basically come over here and hop up this cop car, and then go to the back, and you'll be able to find your next pendant.
Fireflies were everywhere, huh?
Yeah, they were.
Alright, so we're on our way to the church. This is right after you meet up with Bill and you go through the first safe house, which is that bar. You basically just left there. There's going to be the Sammy sign to your right. And what you want to do is come down here where this motorcycle sign is, and you want to look at this light pole right here. Now, in my practice run for this, the pendant was up on the street lamp, and when I came through here now, it's on the ground. I don't know if, you know, Ellie or Bill shot it down, but I didn't shoot it down. It was on the ground. So it's either going to be up on the street lamp and then you have to like shoot it down, or it's going to be on the ground. I'm not sure how it's going to be in your game because it's been different in mine. Alright, so eventually you're going to pass through the church, and then you're going to come through the graveyard as well. You're going to be out here in this little housing development, and you just want to come over here to this kind of bluish green house and wrap yourself around in here, and there's going to be a little washing machine and dryer room right here. Go ahead and check the dryer. That's going to be your next pendant. Alright, so the next one can be found inside of this quarantine area. You just want to come through this way. The bookstore is going to be on your right, Kingston Bookstore. You just want to go all the way down to the end and take this back alley. And you just want to go all the way down here and look on the other side of this. I'll put my light on here for you. The other side right here, this little bookshelf, and it's going to be on the ground. Alright, so the next pendant can be found while you're in the hotel sequence. There's going to be a section where you have to drop down into this area that's filled with like spores. You got to get a key card, then you're going to come through like a kitchen area, and then you're going to be where I am right now. So that's kind of your frames of reference. There's going to be a men's room right here, and there's going to be a ladies room right there. You just want to come this way, head into the ladies room, go to this back stall, and down here on the ground is going to be your next pendant. Alright, so the next pendant can be found right here before you go inside of Spencer, I guess it's Spencer Architecture. They're going to be holding the door open for you. If you just want to come back here into this bathroom yet again, there's going to be another one in the bathroom. You just come back here on this toilet and pick that one up. Alright, so you're eventually going to make it to this chapter called the Suburbs, and the game is going to be wanting you to go this way into the sewer tunnel. But before you do that, you just want to head over here to this boat. And we want to go underneath. We're going to be able to get our next pendant right here.
That's a little bit different.
Alright, so the next pendant is right when you enter the sewer system. Obviously right there is where you enter at. Just come through this way. You're going to get up into this open area right here. This one's really easy to miss. You can actually climb up in here and then head all the way back. There's also going to be some items back here as well, but if you come over here to the left, you'll see it right there. Alright, so after coming through the sewers a bit further, you're going to get to this open room where you have to solve a puzzle with the generator and a plank. What you want to do is head left. There's going to be a car right here, and if you look down into the water, you can barely see it, but the pendant is actually down here.
Y'all wait there.
Let's go ahead and dive down for it. Alright, so after you leave the sewers, you're going to be right here inside of this housing development. There's going to be an ice cream truck and then 3 houses to your left, and you're going to be coming down here. There's also going to be some dogs that run away when you get close to them, and all you're trying to do is just come over here to this like playground area, and this one's extremely hard to find. You come over here and you have to look straight up, and you can barely see it. It's right there. And it takes me even a moment to try to figure out exactly where it is. What you can do is you can actually pick up this brick if you want to, like if you don't want to waste any ammo. You can throw this brick at it, or you can shoot it down. Let's see if I can find it again now. It's real easy to lose, but it's right here. Just throw that at it and you should be able to knock it down. Alright, so now we're in a chapter called Tommy's Dam, and we actually just made it to the control room here. This is the section of the game where they basically get the dam working again and hook everything up. Now what you want to do is head this way down these stairs, and we're going to get the next pendant right quick. It's inside of this room back here in this like cabinet or whatever on the bottom. Alright, so after you leave the dam, you're going to have like a long horse ride sequence there, and you're going to end up being at this house, and this is obviously the entrance. And what you want to do is just head to the right and go all the way to the back, and on your left is going to be your next pendant, which is right here. Alright, so you're eventually going to be in a chapter called the University, and you can see in the top left hand corner over there the Big Horns Welcome Home sign. What you can do is just head through this way. This one again is really easy to miss. Go up these steps and head this way, and again it's gonna be one of these that's hanging up in the tree. It's very hard to see. Go ahead and switch to your gun or whatever and It's even hard for me to, here it is right here. You can barely see it. It's got to shoot it down. There you go. Go ahead and pick that guy up. Alright, and the next one's going to be found pretty close to the courtyard. So this is the courtyard where the game is wanting you to go. But what you want to do is just look to the right into this little open section up here. Go ahead and climb up this blue dumpster. And then look right here on this table. This is going to be your next pendant. Okay, so after entering the dormitory, you're going to separate from Ellie. You're actually coming out here to try to figure out how to get this gate open. And you're going to fall down into this area with some, you know, the spores where you have to put your mask on. And there's going to be a lot of clickers in here. You want to just hit up this main hallway. And there's going to be a bloater at the end of this hallway, kind of where my light is shining right now. And go ahead and kill him. I actually killed him, and his body's right there. You can see him. And the Firefly Pendant is actually going to fall down near his body. You can see it right here. So you actually have to defeat him and then search his body or enter around his body to be able to get this one. Okay, and you're going to be able to find the next pendant on the lab grounds. So obviously you're looking at the lab right now, that big building. And what we're going to do is just head through here. And there's going to be a lot of tents. We're actually going over here to this far, I guess you could call it like the far back left if you're facing the building. Like if you're facing the building that way, far back left. Again, hop off, and it's going to actually be inside of here. Let's see if we can get through here, and it's going to be right here on this table. Alright, so once you're inside the lab, you're actually looking for room number 105. Now the room number is not going to be on the outside of the room. It's actually going to be on the inside of the room. You can check it. It's also going to be the same room where the monkeys are. You'll see like a little cutscene with some monkeys, and there'll be some dialogue between you and Ellie. What you can do is head over this way and wrap around here and look on this shelf, and you can get your next pendant. Alright, so now we're in the chapter Lakeside Resort, and you've kind of teamed up with David for the time being. He's actually beneath us right now. This is the section of the game where you have to drop the ladder down to him. What you want to do before you drop the ladder down is just do a 180 and head back here to this room, and then look to the left, and there's going to be another pendant on this box right here. Okay, so you're eventually going to get to this section of the game where you're being chased by a bunch of enemies. You get knocked off your horse, and then you're going to be right here in front of this like yellowish, greenish house right here. Again, hop inside this window and just run on through. And there's going to be enemies in here. I've already killed them all, so just be careful of that. And then what you want to do is just hop out this window and go into this gazebo and look on the right, and that's going to be your next pendant. Alright, so now you're going to be in a chapter called The Bus Depot, and the game is going to be wanting you to go this way. This is actually at the beginning of the level. You're going to be coming down this like freeway exit or whatever. Don't go to the right, head to the left. You just want to wrap around this car, and it's going to be right here in the corner for you. Alright, so eventually you're going to exit the bus depot, and then what you want to do is just come on over this way where all these tents are. There's going to be a dialogue sequence there too with Ellie and Joel talking about his past, and the game wants you to go that way to where that bus is. But if you look right over here up on this light, it's kind of hard to see. Let me get a better angle on it for you guys. You can see the next pendant right here. You can just use whatever you can to get it to fall down. Alright, so where I'm pointing at right now is where we just got our last pendant, and we just came through this this bus right here. Then what you want to do is just head down this ramp and wrap around this bus on the left here to get your next pendant. It's gonna be right here. Okay, so the last and final one is in the Firefly Lab, and you're eventually going to get to this section after you pass through the west wing, where you're going to basically barricade yourself in and kind of lock the door behind you. You're going to be in the stairwell. You're just going to head all the way up to the top, which is going to be floor 6. Right here, go ahead and open up this door, and then there's going to be like a reception area right here. Go ahead and wrap around. Now this is going to require you to have a shiv, or else you need to make a shiv. Either way, that's the only way that you can get to this door. And then just look on your right. Let me go ahead and show you that if you've been following this guide, you should have 29 at this point. There are 30 total. This would obviously be your last one. and I'll go ahead and show you which one that is. Then your unlock's gonna pop, and right there it is. Look for the light. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this particular video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You guys be good.